Big news, beneath the burial mound of Qin Shihuang's mausoleum, there's actually a pyramid. Could Qin Shihuang be connected to the pharaohs of Egypt? As the mausoleum of China's first emperor, why doesn't it get as much attention as the Egyptian pyramids? That's because most people don't know how incredible Qin Shihuang's mausoleum really is. Let's start with its first astonishing feature. Qin Shihuang likely moved the entire Qin Empire underground into his tomb. In his eyes, by bringing the entire realm into the underground palace, he could achieve eternal rule. This claim isn't made up. According to the records of the grand historian by Sima Qian, there are detailed accounts of the mausoleum's underground palace, digging through 3 underground springs, pouring bronze to form the outer coffin. The palace halls house officials' curiosities and rare treasures. Craftsmen were ordered to make crossbows as booby traps. It also says, above, the constellations of heaven, below, the geography of the earth. The lamps are fueled with man-fat, ensuring they never go out. From these records we can glimpse the grandeur of the underground palace. In 2002, high-tech remote sensing from China's National 863 program confirmed the historical accounts. Archaeological surveys prove the tomb chamber is intact. Inside, mercury flows in an orderly pattern that closely matches China's river systems. This confirms the record of mercury simulating the 100 rivers. The core design recreates the cosmos and the Qin Empire's territory, absolutely unprecedented in world archaeological history. For over 2,000 years, countless people thought this was pure fantasy. Who would be crazy enough to fill an entire tomb with toxic liquid metal? But through testing, scientists discovered that the soil mercury levels in the core area of Qin Shihuang's mausoleum were 280 times higher than normal soil. This proves there really is a massive amount of mercury beneath the mound. So the first emperor likely did use mercury to create an underground map of his empire's rivers and seas. By conservative estimates, the mercury in the tomb weighs at least 100 tons. A typical thermometer contains about 1 gram of mercury. 100 tons of mercury could make 100 million thermometers. In a sealed space, that much mercury vaporizes into highly concentrated toxic gas, forming an invisible deadly barrier. If tomb robbers open the door, the moment they inhale the mercury vapor, their lungs are rapidly damaged. They'd die in agony, crawling and struggling against the walls. But this makes me think of something interesting. Was mercury's purpose really just to poison tomb raiders? Modern chemistry tells us mercury vapor has powerful sterilizing and preservative effects. It can inhibit almost all microbial and bacterial growth. In this sealed space, the mercury vapor gradually displaced the oxygen, creating an absolutely anaerobic, sterile ultrastable environment. That means the 100 tons of deadly mercury became the tomb's ultimate preservative. The things we thought had rotted away long ago. The remains of Qin dynasty nobles, officials, and even the emperor himself might be perfectly preserved under mercury's protection to this day. Now you might be wondering, since technology is so advanced today, why don't we just dig it up and see what mysteries lie inside? The answer is simple. After 2,200 years of physical equilibrium, the artifacts inside have adapted to high pressure, anoxic, and high humidity conditions. If we rashly open the tomb and air rushes in, this balance would be shattered within seconds. The tragedy of the Ming Dingling excavation 70 years ago serves as a warning. When the Ming Emperor's tomb was opened, countless exquisite silk artifacts and royal robes oxidized, blackened, and crumbled within hours. Oxidation, blackening, disintegration, within hours they turned into piles of black fragments. This damage is irreversible. In the early days of the Terracotta Warriors excavation, we made the same mistake. The Terracotta Warriors you see in museums today are mostly earthy gray. But when they were first unearthed, they were covered in vibrant, colorful paint. The moment the warriors contacted air, the pigments peeled off within minutes. Although China and Germany have since developed new protective technologies, these techniques are extremely time-consuming. Restoring one colored warrior requires several experts working manually for months. If the main tomb is opened, tens of thousands of square meters of fragile artifacts would be exposed simultaneously. We simply don't have the capacity to save them all. So the question comes back, with such advanced construction technology in the tomb, how did Sima Qian know so much about its structure and mercury distribution back then? The craftsmen who built the underground palace were all sealed inside the tomb passages and killed. But think about it, 100 tons of mercury couldn't just appear out of nowhere. It had to be mined from cinnabar deposits, transported across the nation, and continuously shipped to Mount Li. In this massive industrial chain, countless laborers, transport soldiers, and smelting technicians participated. This was a nationally known megaproject. After the Qin dynasty fell, the surviving peripheral workers and descendants of craftsmen naturally passed down these secrets as stories, which eventually made their way into Sima Qian's historical records. Once you understand this logic and look at the Terracotta Warriors again, you'll discover more wonders. For example, no two Terracotta Warriors have the same facial features. Their fingerprints, whether they have single or double eyelids, even the creases of their fingernails, all clearly visible. How did the Qin dynasty achieve such mass production? The answer is that the Qin dynasty implemented an extremely strict handicraft management system called Wula Gongming, must carve their names in hidden places on the statues. If a warrior later cracked or didn't meet specifications, they'd track down the artisan by name. Minor offenses meant fines and beatings, serious ones cost you your head. This punitive system forced 200-year-old to produce work of craftsmanship, pushing Qin's manufacturing to the peak of its era. Beyond that, another discovery shocked the archaeological world. Experts conducted scans of the entire burial mound. The data left every archaeologist deeply stunned. Beneath the thick layer was not just a single tomb chamber, but a stepped megastructure 30 meters high. The overall was sharp and angular, narrowing layer by layer. Its visual form was highly similar to the Egyptian pyramids. The structure surrounded the main tomb chamber on all four sides, forming a neat stepped shape. From top to bottom, it had 9 layers of rammed earth platforms, each layer contracting outward in order, creating a standard pyramid silhouette. The top was flat and open, with a hollow center like a courtyard. Below this courtyard lies the core tomb of Qin Shihuang. This unique underground pyramid form has no precedent in previous burial architecture, and no later emperor's tomb has replicated it. It stands alone in ancient architectural history. The pyramid immediately sparked heated online debate. Did Qin Shihuang and the Egyptian pharaohs really have cultural connections? Through follow-up research, experts completely rejected this claim. The most difference lies in the building materials. Egyptian pyramids are built from massive stone blocks, carved and stacked, hard and dense, standing for millennia. Egyptian pyramids rely on the stone stability to survive. But the Qin underground pyramid is purely Chinese rammed earth construction, made by compacting yellow earth. It relies on the rammed earth technology of the pre-Qin era. Secondly, Egyptian pyramids are solid stone structures, completely sealed with no hollow interior. Their core function was to house the pharaoh's body as a posthumous site. In contrast, the Qin 9-layer pyramid is a hollow, encircling earth structure. This stacking design conceals the ancient Chinese cosmic worldview. The ancients considered 9 the ultimate heavenly number, the 9 rammed earth layers, 9 celestial constellations. Surrounding the main tomb, it was built to guard the emperor's feng shui while simulating the cosmic order, symbolizing the emperor's supreme authority and connection between heaven and earth. The Qin underground pyramid is a testament to pre-Qin craftsmanship and a fusion of ancient cosmic philosophy and imperial ideology, an unreplicable Eastern architectural miracle. Today, standing beneath Mount Li, looking at this mound of earth, what comes to mind? On the surface, it's an emperor's obsession with immortality. But in reality, this is Qin Shihuang using rammed earth, stone, mercury, and bronze to build himself an underground order. He standardized writing, currency, and axle widths, achieving the great unification. But he wanted this order to transcend time, to operate eternally after his death. Qin Shihuang never found the elixir of life, but he truly conquered time. Because 2,200 years later, we still use the unified framework he established, still debate his era. And this unopened imperial tomb is like a time capsule left for the future. Perhaps 100 years from now, technology will let us see its true form without damaging a single artifact.